Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, brothers and sisters. In this particular video, I'm going to show you how to top up your eWallet on Nusuk via the bank transfer method. So once you're logged in and you're on your dashboard, you can click on top up and then click on next, go to activate now. Then you would have to either select the credit card or bank transfer method. So once you click on bank transfer, then this particular section will appear provided you have already actually entered in your bank account details correctly within your profile. If you haven't, I will show you how to do that momentarily. But if you have, it'll come up. Here's the bank transfer. This is the bank details. This is the SWIFT code. This is the beneficiary bank address. Just bear in mind that in Australia, generally PO boxes are not accepted for bank address. So you need to actually use the physical address. We'll share that with you on the Telegram channel. And then this is the beneficiary name and the country. Again, be aware about the 1.5% processing fee. If you're asking for a refund, it will be less 1.5%. And when you buy the package, as previously discussed in other videos, the price will already include the 1.5% fee. As you can see, it says international transfers require up to 10 business days to appear in your wallet. So could be a delay, and your IBAN, which is this particular number here that's blurred out, is specific to you. So if you want multiple people on the same profile, you can give them that IBAN details, and that'll actually top up your wallet if there's multiple people paying. If you're like a family or so forth, they all pay into the same IBAN number, and that will top up the same wallet for all of you. Okay, but bear in mind that the refund will only go back to the individual person whose bank account details have been put into this particular profile. So that's how you would actually do a bank transfer. Just make sure you got the details correct. Another thing that you should bear in mind when making bank transfers is days of the week. For example, in Australia or UK and US, generally speaking, banks are closed on the weekend, on Saturday and Sunday. However, in Saudi Arabia, the banks are closed on Friday and Saturday. So if you were to make a transfer on Thursday, for example, then it is a potential that that might not arrive until the earliest, maybe Monday or Tuesday the following week. This is something to bear in mind when you are transferring, particularly if packages are going to be released shortly or close to that particular time period, to make sure you allow yourself enough time to be able to make that bank transfer. I would test out the bank transfer first, whichever chosen method you use, whether it's from your direct bank account, whether it's through a third party, once you've done your research, such as Revolut or XE or other foreign exchange providers, for example, and research all the fees, and then test it. Once the amount appears in your wallet, you'll have an idea about the time and any fees associated with it, and then you can do the larger top up. So if you haven't done your bank account or you need to change your bank account details, because I've already done mine, I'm going to go back and show you how you can change it and how to fill in the appropriate fields. Ordinarily, if you were topping up your bank wallet for the first time and selecting bank transfer, you'd actually go to these fields to begin with in order to generate your personal IBAN number. So rather than clicking on top up, if you've already entered your bank, you would normally click on top up, go through the process, and when you click on bank transfer, you enter in your bank account details. But I'm going to show you now, because I've already entered my bank account details, if you want to change it or what details you need to enter if you were setting up for the very first time. So I'm going to click on View eWallet. So I've clicked on the View eWallet. This shows you my history of my eWallet section, what transaction I've previously made. You can see I've done 2 top-ups here via a credit card previously. I can click top up again, or here are the bank account details. Okay, so I would click on edit in this particular scenario, but everyone else, if you haven't done it for the very first time, you'd actually be entering the details. So I'll just show you now what details you do need to enter. So in these particular details, you have the option of choosing IBAN or account number. IBAN is not readily used in Australia, so for example, but it may be used in other countries around the world, such as the US and UK. So depending on your relevant circumstances, select the option that applies to you. If you select account number, you would select which country your bank account is from, okay? And then you would enter in the beneficiary account. That's your own account number. The clearing code in Australia is actually the BSB, or the bank branch number, okay, the 6-digit number. What's the bank's name? What's the bank's address, okay, and which state, city, and postcode does the bank belong to, okay, and the street address. Once you actually complete that, you would then click on Next to go to the next screen. And as you can see, once you've entered the details in successfully, you then have the next screen which shows that the bank account information has been updated successfully. So rather than selecting the account number, if you were to select IBAN, again, select the country, enter in your relevant IBAN details, the relevant SWIFT code for your bank account, and then the state, city, postal code, and the street address, and you click on next, and then that way you would update. Bear in mind, these account details that you enter in are the account details that should be of the lead person on the profile. So when it matches for refunds, it does match the legal person on the profile. It's very important that it does that. That way you can ensure you get refunds in a timely manner without any extra delays should it be necessary. Hopefully that you found this video beneficial.